Congratulations.
If after all that trouble, it wasn't platinum.
Congratulations, we're both wrong now.
Holy shit. I said 3, we're at 2 so far. I can still be right.
So what I gotta do is perfectly screw myself up. Got it.
Now I can't ever get any more platinum.
Now no one can get it right.
Or get all platinums for the rest of this, so we'll definitely be wrong. Well, it would be impressive.
That would be impressive, to be fair.
Oh, the timing. Well, most of the rest of these stages should be a lot better than that. I don't think there's another ice stage, so we should be fine. It'll just be timing on these.
Ice physics is fun.
And there's no chase bullshit either, so yeah, it should definitely be better off. Nice. Go! Okay, I think
I get a feel for it though.
Actually,
at least I don't have to worry about ice physics. I'm gonna focus on that. That was an obstacle I need to jump over.
Okay, one I have that I think is overrated, but you might disagree with me. Midna! Twilight Princess.
Yeah, there's a disagreement there.
Jeez! I mean, you know, she's important to the plot and all that, but I don't know, she does come off as kind of annoying me. She does insult you a lot of the time.
Considering the circumstances of the game, at least it makes more sense.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying she's worse than the other... I'm not saying she's, like, worse than Fee or Navi or anything like that. No. I just think, you know, she is still an annoyance. And personally, I still think the best guide is King of Red Lions. Because he's not aggressive or in your face.
Well, like I said, I understand the circumstances of Twilight Princess, and
yeah.
I am the kind of person that embraces, that kind of archetype. Like I said, Squall is my favorite protagonist of Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
I embrace that kind of persona.
Right.
Like, I like, Necru from The World Ends With You. Like, I thrive in that kind of personality because I know what that was like.
There's one for overrated characters. Cloud Strife.
Yep.
Yeah, honestly, that could be a big one.
I like Cloud, but I also understand
Zack is better, I think.
I mean, I agree with that. I always put it like this.
And also in that hand, Sephiroth.
Yeah.
They treat him like the ultimate fucking, like, bad guy in the Final Fantasy games. He was just in a fucking experiment, he summoned a fucking meteor, then he ended up
I mean, I understand why. I somewhat agree as well, because Final Fantasy VII was the big Final Fantasy to break through.
Yeah.
You know. I know that, I understand why, but like I said, I like him, but I also, like I said, I don't really pay attention to whether or not the overrated thing or whatever. My brain just goes to, do I like you or do I not?
Right.
Because my brain is very much a simple-minded sort of.
Yeah. Like, are you annoying as fuck?
Do I like you? Do I like you? That's all that matters.
Yep.
I can care less about whether or not you're overrated or not. I just focus on, do I like you?
Yeah.
Because if the answer is... Because depending on the answer, that's what really determines whether or not it's like, do I feel like it's overrated or not.
Yeah.
Because that's how my brain is sort of wired. I don't really pay attention to the overrated sort of angle.
Oh, then again, if I start bringing Kingdom Hearts characters, I shouldn't really do that, because I think Kodo would be a better person to have in for that. Well,
yeah.
I'm pretty sure you'd probably agree if I mentioned fucking, Xion.
Probably.
For how much everybody loves her, even though she's there for one freaking game.
Well,
really
I'm not going to spoil anything.
I'm sure she shows up at some point in fucking 3D. And probably some other game somewhere in there, like Recoded or some shit, somehow, I don't know. I still haven't gone back to finish off Bird by Sleep. Or at least the Ventus campaign I haven't done yet. God damn it! I could say Sora, admittedly.
I mean, most of the people that like Kingdom Hearts will all say that...
Most of the other protagonists are better than him.
Exactly.
The only exception might be Kairi, but they might be trying to fix that in the future, maybe. Maybe. Damn, the timing of these spins.
I'm trying to think of... Like I said, I really don't care much about the overrated aspect of it all.
I'm trying to think of any other Mega Man characters that people love that you don't think are that great. And again, I don't think it's ever had that much fame to have characters people love that others like that are overrated as hell. I don't think Mega Man's ever had that point with some of its characters.
I can think of a character. Actually, Actually, there is a character I could theoretically say is overrated, but that's because of the retroactive damage they sort of did to it. Kratos.
Ah, they mellowed him out.
Some people don't like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I personally don't mind it because the same ragey character would be kind of boring. But that has more to do with the fact that it's gameplay change.
I think they. Oh, the gameplay.
It might also be. It might also maybe have something to do with Ragnarok. I'm not sure.
Yes, I know. They
Maybe
did kind of do something with that in Ragnarok.
I think it has something to do with what happens in Ragnarok.
The free DLC thing they added later on, the roguelike thing you gotta do at the end, basically confronts his old self to realize how his emotions were rough back then or whatever. They like did something with that at least.
I mean, I don't hate it, but
yeah. It seems like they're trying to build up to, you know, Atreus being the,
I think that's the big problem, is just that he's being sidelined.
Yeah.
And, you know, here's another weird thing, is that, more characters that you think got shafted really hard that you actually really enjoy, because I can actually point to a couple.
Dexter!
Raiden and Nero.
Oh, I don't like Raiden?
Yeah. People didn't like those guys on release, and then they both became...
I'm aware of Nero. Is Raiden from 5?
No, I'm talking about Metal Gear Solid 2.
Oh, okay, yeah, sorry, yeah.
Those are the only two characters I think of when
I heard a lot of people not like Nero.
Yeah, and Devil May Cry 4 when it was released.
Yeah.
Now, Devil May Cry 5, everybody loves him.
It's the new guy they don't like in 5, again.
To be fair, though, the new guy is also technically another character. Pretty obvious who it should be if you read in between the lines.
Oh, gosh. It's not fucking like Mundus or something, is it?
Well, here's what it was.
Oh, don't tell me it's Arkham came back. God. My last guess was gonna be Trish. Somehow.
You haven't played all the games, have you?
No, I haven't played any of them. I've only seen
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna mess with you.
God damn it! Why did I subject myself to this? I've only seen you play 1 through 3. And I've seen tiny bits and pieces of fucking,
Because here's the thing, I'm not the guy that's going to be opposed to seeing new characters introduced in an established series. Because if they're executed well, then...
Ooh, nice save.
Then, you know, that's all that matters. And Raiden and Nero are perfect examples of that to me.
They're introduced well, they just sideline the main character and it upsets people.
And it upsets people because change is bad.
Oh, Dante gets sidelined in 4.
Huh. Sort of.
Kind of.
It makes more sense when you play,
I feel like I've seen a cutscene of that game at some point. I know I keep seeing memes.
But the thing about 4 is that, when, in my defense of 4, is that I think Dante as a character is still just as Dante as he's always been, in my opinion.
Right. Right. So I can only keep seeing memes of one of the games of the series is like something like a chair. I don't know what that meme's supposed to be about.
I know exactly what that meme is.
Is that something from a cutscene in 4 or 5?
Maybe.
I imagine it's 4. Just that's what it feels like.
Man.
I know it had something to do with Dante and Virgil, I think. God. The memes people come up with this in that community just seem so bizarre. I also saw a meme freaking probably better to show Coda. Somebody like there was like a fan dub of like Dante answering the phone in Devil May Cry 3 and fucking Virgil was answering it saying some fucked up shit. It was actually the voice actor for Virgil saying it! Oh god. God, I forget what it was. He was like saying something about how he was like telling Dante he needed to get his like dick sucked or something. Like Dan Southworth was actually saying that. It's like fucking weird.
God damn it, I thought we already moved past freaking reboot territory. You guys are better than this. I thought you were.
Like, God, the community has a lot of fun with that series.
I mean, have you seen the series in action?
I mean, I've seen 3 now. I've seen bits and pieces of cutscenes from 4, I imagine.
Yeah.
I think I saw...
It is a fun series, my friend.
I think I saw bits of a cutscene of what I imagine is Dante fighting, I want to say Nero in a church?
Yeah.
I imagine that was 4, okay. It did look a little ridiculous.
Like I said, this series has a lot of fun when it wants to.
That's one of the things that helps it stand out. It tries to have fun. It's something that some games in the AAA market are missing nowadays. Very few have that now. Doom is one of the exceptions, but even that's lost some of it to a fault.
And with how AAA gaming has slowly taken its turn, well, grim things are coming in the future. Unfortunately, not soon enough, according to some people.
Yep. Then you get a big kick in the ass.
Get the red
Realize you stop being about fun, you're gonna lose everybody.
The thing that pisses me off more than anything else is that wrong people are gonna get punished for it.
Yep. I mean, yeah, it's clearly a problem in the fucking Western world. Fucking so many layoffs are happening to everybody because fucking, you know, fuck you guys, you didn't make us enough money. But I get to stay on top and make all the money I need anyway, so fuck you. And yeah, the Gearbox CEO comment really made me, that drove that home for me, definitely. Basically saying, you guys will buy it. That's literally...
That's what true fans do, Hurdy.
Yup. If you're a fan, you'll buy it. There's a limit to how much people will take. Again, I still blame a lot of the streaming community. I see so many people go out of their way to stream these games and they want to ridicule. It's like, you know, the fact you're going to ridicule this game and talk shit on it, but you still go out of your way to buy it and basically market on this, you're only helping them. You're only helping them. Because you're going to make people go out of their way to buy the game to also see the ridiculous bullshit. Dragon Age Veilguard still got extra sales because of that. As much as everybody hated the game, it still sold a decent amount.
Yeah, because
people wanted to buy the shit on it.
Because AAA has the budget for marketing.
Yep.
And it markets to the casual audience who generally don't know any better.
And people still wanted to go out of their way to buy it just so they could shit on it. The fact you went out of their way to buy it is not, you know, fighting against this at all.
The problem is also the logic of, well, you can't really judge the game unless you played it yourself, or that logic.
Now we have streaming people that basically show us the game. And fucking... There's a lot of games that frickin'... I finally starting to get sore. Oh, Crash. Damn you, time trials. But yeah, that has been more my thing I've been angry about. Like, the microtransaction thing is another issue I wish would just go away entirely. Well, you know, I get it for free-to-play games, so it's there to a point, so at least the developers can make some sort of money. You know, the suckers that buy it, that's on you. But if people are going to complain about all these games, then buy it day one, full price, to basically fucking talk shit on it, you're still giving them the money for it, so you're basically supporting the product you're saying is absolute shit. If you want to send a message, don't buy it.
The problem is that...
Just remember, gamers, you want to combat them? Don't buy the games.
That's exactly what I'm doing now with all the AAA publishers.
Yep.
If you make a game that I like, at a price that's reasonable,
yeah,
I will 110% come and support.
Yep.
Otherwise, I'm not playing along.
Yep.
It's as simple as that.
Sony needs to make a bigger variety of games. Nintendo needs to learn to discount their games after a while, because they can't all stay full price forever. It's still fucking ridiculous.
Microsoft just needs games.
Well, they don't treat their games with, like...
They don't have anything.
I'm trying to... It's something about, like, they don't, like, value the idea of having, like, unique software. They need to treat their... They need to value their, you know, the IP under their banner and make it something unique to encourage hardware sales.
Yeah.
It's starting to feel like they feel like their hardware sales are inconsequential at this point.
Yeah.
And yet they're raising prices, they don't want to lose a lot of money on it.
Like I said, it's all coming to a massive head.
Uh-huh.
The storm is approaching.
Yep. As soon as people...
Change will come.
As soon as people really stop buying it, if people do, hopefully they fucking will. It does
Because
feel
times
more...
are changing, you should really learn to prioritize.
It really does feel more like a when, not if kind of thing.
Yeah. The big concern is that, will people actually kind of get their heads out of asses to realize that there are bigger priorities than just playing games? I may like games, but I also am a person who plays responsibly, for lack of a better term.
Yeah, I've been getting better about that. Like, the Wii U era, I bought almost every freaking Nintendo game full price, and again, there wasn't much to go around. Switch, like, half the games I bought were at least a 30% discount. Not to mention, I still got on my way to buy, like, eShop credit itself at a discount as well.
Yeah. I mean, I bought the Switch games mostly because there was a lot of stuff that I actually wanted to buy, but...
Stuff you missed out on Wii U, and still other good stuff that was there.
You say stuff I missed out on Wii U, but...
I mean...
They don't have the fucking Twilight Princess and Wind Waker HD remaster, so what the fuck's the point of it?
We're gonna get the GameCube versions of those, though! Honestly, could work out for at least Twilight Princess, but Wind Waker's a different story. The fact we're getting original Wind Waker and not Wind Waker HD is insulting. Oh, hey, your Wii U emulator. Yeah, there you go.
That's what I said. I have a Wii U emulator, but
that's right. That's right.
I have them both downloaded. If I want to do this for the channel, I'll just... I'm not sure.
I have my Wii U versions.
Yeah, so we can at least...
And don't forget, my data got deleted, so it's a fresh file anyway. Although I could probably go through Wind Waker HD so you can do hero mode on that if you wanted.
Not sure. Do the same rules apply in hero mode?
It's,
yeah. What's the rules?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's, yeah, you can turn it on whenever. Double hearts, no heart drops.
Okay.
Yeah, double damage and no heart drops. Oh, right, I would still... Well, you probably wouldn't really want to do second quest per se anyway.
I don't give a crap.
The only real difference that does is that it freaking makes the photography quest easier. Because they give you the deluxe picto box at the start. And you get the pajamas throughout the whole game. That's the only difference you get from second quest. No! Damn it! Oh. Well, this is still better than what the last stage gave.
At least I feel like I'm making progress.
But Twilight Princess HD, I feel like the only addition they did was that, that weird dungeon you could basically use the Wolf Link amiibo with. I think it's the only change that one really did.
They also made some things faster when apparently with climbing and stuff.
Oh yeah, that's right. They did some things to speed up other processes. Not as well as they did with Wind Waker, but then it was a different developer. So I know Wind Waker was like mostly Nintendo in-house, but I think another developer helped them with that. I know Tantalus did Twilight Princess and Skyward Sword. Where Twilight Princess barely got touched up. Skyward Sword improved more than Twilight Princess did, at least. But, you know, it all depends on your opinion of that game as a whole anyway. Basically, Fee got cut back a lot in Skyward Sword HD. And freaking the, I don't remember if you have to unlock hero mode in that, or if you had to actually, if it was there from the start. I think you had to unlock it in Skyward Sword HD still. Where Twilight Princess and Wind Waker are both available immediately. I mean, it seems like something's been adding for every single Zelda game. Or at least all the ones that are being remastered, it seems. Actually, the only new one that had hero mode immediately was frickin' Echoes of Wisdom. But that was done by the people who did frickin' Link's Awakening remake, so frickin' basically had the whole engine kind of worked out anyway. Yep, Sony needs a wider variety of games, and now their first party output's becoming that of Microsoft's right now. They have almost nothing. And most Sony fans hate the first original game they've released in a long time. So, you know. You want to take a break after this level?
Probably a good idea.
We have it going for nearly 4 hours! I think that one stage was nearly an hour in itself. Yeah, after this stage, I guess we'll definitely take a break, just so your hands get a rest at least. Yeah, having to hold the D-pad down for so long, I know that feeling. Pretty sure I've exhausted myself with that, too. But hey, the only reason I still am happy with my Xbox is I get to keep a lot of the old freaking gaming library. A lot of the games I had still bought in the past, I could still use. It's just a shame they're not trying to bring anything else more backwards compatibility-wise. Unless that retro games archive ends up growing even more. And the only real games of note on there right now are frickin' Mech Warriors 1 and 2. If you care about those.
I don't even know what those are.
It's an Activision mech battle game. I played the Super Nintendo one a little bit just to experiment with it. I can see why people like it. Yep, they have categories in there for frickin' friggin' Super Nintendo games and PlayStation 1 games. So, you know. If that ends up growing into something a lot bigger, and Steam comes on there, it will actually be a decent, you know, PC alternative, if you really want to call it that. You want something that's literally just for gaming and nothing else. It depends. If you'd rather use your PC for other things.
I mean, I have another laptop to do other things.
Yeah.
So it's like, what's the point?
Yeah. Have a PC dedicated for gaming if you have other stuff like business or doing other tasks, then yeah, laptop. I just kind of have mine be my jack of all trades thing, and I don't really do a lot of gaming on it as a whole. And again, I still have a lot of some of my console stuff. I do try to take advantage of sales a lot of times. Nintendo's just the only exception because they...
What sales?
Only the 30%. You know, in a way, it is a smart strategy, though. They should have permanent price drops. That's the one big criticism I have. Like, the 30% sales, I can be fine with. It'd be nice if they did deeper, but at least they give you the sale.
The lack of price drops for older games.
They should be dropping the price at some point. Now, only having an occasional 30%, you know, price drops, it shows, you know, you're not losing value from, you know, getting it early. Then that goes to your argument. Why are you buying AAA games on day one?
Yeah.
Nintendo's... That's one thing they're...
The only thing Nintendo is probably the only...
It seems scummy, but, you know, at least the sale is there. And, you know, it's not like screwing over people that bought it early. But at the same time, after it's been there for so long, it should drop in price. Like, no Switch 1 game should be above $50 right now. Ideally, I would say 40, but I'll give 50 for the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah. Unless it's a new release, in which case...
And yet, the Switch 2 upgrade that pissed me off the most are the Zelda ones. You had to pay an upgrade fee to basically get better performance, with that mostly being it. And it doesn't even include the DLC!
Yeah, that was... All that upgrade...
That's insane.
All that upgrade nonsense for what's going on with Switch 2 is basically the
drawing
line.
I get it for Kirby and Mario Party, but the Zelda ones are where I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, it should have at least included the DLC that was already there. At least for a friggin', you know, for Breath of the Wild's case.
Yeah.
Tears of the Kingdom didn't have it. But the fact that's $80, it's literally just the base game with an upgrade, and it's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, that was basically my line in the sands, where I'm just like, you know what, fuck this, I'm done.
I don't think all their games are going to be $80. Bonanza is still $70.
Still, though.
Yeah.
And the fact that digital games are also getting a massive price increase as well on top of it.
What, physical games? That is thankfully more for European areas, but it is bad precedent could happen in the US as well. And again, the US is gaming's biggest market.
Yep. And the problem with the US is, with the Western market, any chance they want to get from getting more money out of us, they will.
Yeah, Western developers definitely take advantage of that, that's for sure. Or publishers, I should say.
Yeah, the publishers, I should say.
Some developers
are assholes. Not gonna,
like the ones that initially put in freaking microtransaction garbage. But
whoever decided to do that for fucking horse armor.
I love the Oblivion. Oh yeah, Oblivion Remastered came out recently. That base game's only $50 with all the DLC included. See, that's an example of what Nintendo should have done. That is a great example. I gave it the additional content for Kirby and Mario Party. I think it should still be more $70 or $60, but at least it's adding content. Having all the base game content and having a better, you know, running version of it. It should not be more expensive than what we paid for it fucking 8 years ago. Like, what the fuck? So dumb. Ow! Oh, wow, that's annoying.